is exactly, about that question, which is that only by being seen as an artwork does it work. But personally, I feel it's a very reductive, recursive discussion. If you're looking to pull the god of art down and have her on your side to legitimate what you're doing.
I mean, the Posh Money blog posts that are so fascinating for me, which I really do recommend that everyone has a look at. What struck me about that was really kind of brave, and I've never seen anyone lay out their sort of financial, especially an artist, we just don't talk about that kind of thing. And you really laid it out in that blog post. What I wondered was, what led you to do it specifically? I know there's something to do with culture in England as well. And have you had any negative reactions apart from the positive reactions as well?
The kind of figures you're referring to is that I lay out what I earn and roughly how we make a living surviving as blast theory, and people are often kind of incredulous that we could be making a living at doing what we're doing. The reason I did that is because I think that that artists get crippled by a belief that money should not be talked about, and that it's unseemly, and that we're above all of that. And what that does is hide a tremendous amount of private pain and anxiety, because most artists I know are struggling. And they may have struggled before, but they sure as hell are struggling today. Artists who are freelance, independent artists, every source of funding that's available to them is narrower and tighter and more competitive than it was. And we've had a legendary performance artist, Adrian Howells, who took his life 2 weeks ago in the UK. And I don't know if that has anything to do with his financial situation, but I know that that people are under pressure. So. I feel that in terms of our financial sustainability, there isn't really a forum for me to share how that happens and why that happens. And so I wanted to take a risk around that. And the reason I say that is because the other thing that is particularly prevalent in the UK, and I'd be interested to know whether it's true in other countries, is that what discussion there is about money from artists is about how terrible things are and about how things are going badly and how there's no money. And what I wanted to try and do was posit at least one case study of going, well, there are ways through that, and you can find ways. And that's why I sort of referred back to that sort of Desert Rain moment, because that was a moment where we were like, okay, so we've seemed to be getting to about the top of where we could get to, and we can't make a living.